Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a little bit about my last week in games. And as always, we'll start with EVE Online. I think I played a little bit less than average when it comes to EVE Online, but I got most of the usual stuff done, including an evening where I did a very nice run of exploration. That was a couple days after my stream, where I found a very nice 4 out of 10 that gave me some incredibly good loot. Next to that, just the regular stuff. The blueprint copy business went well for the first half of the week. Still had plenty of sales there, but it once again slowed down substantially by the end of the week, selling maybe 4 or 5 copies where normally I would sell 2 or 3 times that. So that is something that comes and goes. The good news about that is if this is a little pullback in the interest of investments in these structures, then that should give us a little bit of relief on the PI front for those as well. And I'm still looking for some good buy opportunities when it comes to structure related PI things. So that is something to keep in mind when it's not going good for my blueprint copy business. That may mean that an opportunity will arise in the purchases of the related goods there. Next to that, just the PI. As you know, I have some high-sec planets. I don't do a lot for those, but it's just some pretty passive extra income that I enjoy. And other than that, I've been trying to watch the Alliance tournament that's going on at the moment. So I think it's pretty nice that there seem to be quite a few upsets where former winners end up in the loser brackets, and so they have to do a lot of matches as well, including amongst themselves. That will be very entertaining, but some of the newer groups are actually managing to stay in the winner brackets, and they'll have a good shot at earning those awesome tournament chips. So yeah, it's looking pretty good, I think, this year for the Alliance tournament. After that, we'll have the CSM Summit as well, and that's, I think, going to be like the starting point of more information around what CCP is planning after the summer and towards the winter expansion. So I'm looking forward to all of that. And then of course the August release coming next week. It's gonna be at the end of the captain's quarters, but we'll get some exploration benefits out of it. So yeah, looking forward to all of that as well, and we'll see how things get along for the rest of the summer with EVE Online. Next up, we have some Heroes of the Storm. So that's a game that I'm still hooked on by the daily quest mechanic that Blizzard has introduced there. So I'm still able to really play a couple of games every day, see that the daily quests don't lapse, that I don't keep 3 active quests on the board over 24 hours, and as a result, yeah, I'm slowly earning gold. I think I'm close to 20,000 gold now, so I could buy 2 heroes, or at least in a couple days I'll be able to buy 2 heroes, and that's still been a very fun experience for me, as long as you don't go overboard with the number of games that you feel you have to play. I think you can stay calm because, well, it is a MOBA, so it is a rage-inducing game, but as long as you can keep your pace in check, then I think it's actually a very enjoyable experience. I've mostly been playing with Lily in the last week because I've had a lot of quests to play as a Warcraft hero and as a support hero, so Lily is perfect to combine those, of course. And next to that, I've been trying out a few games with other heroes like Chromie, like Zul'jin, and I didn't have time to play my favorite hero Zegara at all last week, but maybe next week we'll have some StarCraft quests, and then of course I'll break out my favorite hero once again. But it's been going really nicely, I think. This is one of the strong points of Blizzard games, is that they do have these daily quest mechanics down, that they feel rewarding, they feel doable, they don't feel like an endless grind, although they also basically have built into them these different tiers at which you can look at these quests, allowing you to basically choose your own intensity, because if you want to keep your quest log completely clean, you're going to earn more gold in general, because the first quest that tends to pop up is the play 8 games and win 3 games quest, which earn you more gold, but that does of course mean that you have to play many more games in order to keep the quest log completely empty. But yeah, for someone that wants to enjoy Heroes of the Storm a bit more casually, there's another way to look at it, and that is to just not let the quests lapse, which means that you get by with just 1 or 2 games a day instead of 8 games or 3 3 victories on most days. And so that really does make a very big difference, because I still feel like I'm not losing out this way, and I'm making progress, but I'm able to do so at my own pace, which is something that, well, I think is very important and is what is managing to keep me hooked into Heroes of the Storm for now. And finally, we have Path of Exile. That's really been the game that has caused me to play a little bit less EVE Online and to be really happy with the schedule that I'm holding for Heroes of the Storm because of the new expansion, Fall of Oriath. It is a massive amount of content. I'm currently in Act 7, basically starting out there, and I have a couple of videos about Act 5 and Act 6 that are coming up, but it's been an incredible experience so far. So they have improved the game quite a little bit, and all of the new content, the new bosses, the new mobs, the acts themselves, they are very fun to experience, especially here for the first time. Although there is some recycling, right? Act 7 is coming back to Act 1 basically, but they have been able, in my opinion, to switch it all up more than enough. So either the maps are a little bit different, or you take different pathways so that you touch different maps here and there. The enemy variety is completely different as well, and you actually have a nice little story to go through. Although I have experienced some problems with the voice acting, so some audio glitching, which has basically caused me to skip all of that. So I'm not listening to any of the quests, I'm just grinding through them, but it's been an incredibly fun experience, and I must say, compare this to the Diablo 3 release of the Necromancer pack and another season. That's basically more of the same, except for a new class. Here you have dozens of hours of completely new content to explore. They've basically massively improved the game in general because of that, because what used to annoy me a little bit was play up to Malachi once, do it a second time, and then you have to do it a third time to actually get to the map and the end game content and something like an end game character level. So that was decently annoying. This is completely fixed with all of this new content, and it is absolutely amazing. So if you've always been maybe in doubt a little bit about giving Path of Exile a try, I think that this is the absolute perfect moment to jump in, because you are going to get this full story, full game experience where you start in Act 1, you'll end up in Act 10, and you'll have a very high level character. And one of the big differences between Path of Exile and Diablo is of course that you have to go through this experience to level up another character, whereas in Diablo 3 you can just tag along a level 70 character and you can basically be leveled up in a matter of hours or maybe a day or something like that. So yeah, in this way I feel like Path of Exile at the moment is really having the edge over Diablo. This expansion is absolutely great, and on top of that, it's a free-to-play game, so if you want to just give it a go, you can just download it and everything is available to you. So for me, the big winner so far this summer has been this expansion of Path of Exile. I'm playing through it, I'm probably halfway through the new content, and I've been having a lot of fun there, exploring the new content, grinding out in the new content a little bit as well, getting ready for those bosses, and then trying to tackle all those new bosses that they have in store for us. So it's been really awesome. I've been putting a decent amount of time in Path of Exile, and I still have a decent amount of time to put in there just to get through all the new content, which is what I'm planning to do at the minimum. And so far it's also all been accessible for me purely single player, all on my own efforts, which I've been enjoying as well, of course. So there you go, guys. That's been my last week with games. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.